Hey, what's up guys? This is Blake from Matt Kiteboarding. I'm here at the Matt Kite studio with Rygo, and for this series we decided to do a transition playlist. That way every time you make a turn you're doing some sort of trick, and we're going to break it down in more of like an overview of the tricks. And we have a 12-part transition series here that we filmed back in Dokula while we were at the North International Sales Meeting, and we got to try the gear for the first time and meet the whole crew and hang out there. So that's where all this footage is from, is Dokula, Morocco, where we filmed this whole series for you. And it's just fun being able to add a trick, and every time you're making a turn, you can have that be a trick. Rather than just riding and having a trick in the middle of your run, you can, every time you're changing directions, do something different. And for this series, we made it intermediate to advanced level. It's not like the very beginning stages of kiting. Should be able to jump and do different things, back rolls, before you start trying these tricks. But it's just something fun, more of an overview of the trick and what you could try, and different ideas of, I never thought of doing that before, but a toe side backflip, transition, or any of the tricks you already know, rather than doing them and landing going the same direction. You can do them at the end of your attack and do them every time you're making a transition. Usually we have these tricks be kind of beginner friendly, but this one's more of an intermediate to advanced. After you're jumping and doing back rolls, we're gonna turn all those tricks that we've already taught you into transitions every time. So before we get to it, just kind of explain what a hand plant is. So our first trick here, we have a back roll hand plant. And what that means is kind of like a back roll hand drag. So we've taught you that before, and if not, if you haven't perfected that, watch our video on that. So this trick, you want to take it step by step by first learning how to do a back roll hand drag. And then this trick's really fun for giving people high fives, planting a dune. So we want you to learn safely, take it step by step, do it on the water, and then until you get it comfortable, then take it to the next level and give people high fives. But always be safe, take it easy out there, and take it step by step. All right, so this is a super fun one, and let's get into it. Alright, so click the eye icon in the top corner of your screen, and that gives you a downloadable PDF where we've written all this out so you can see it in written form before you go try it at the beach next time. Don't forget to click that eye icon, download the PDF, have every step written out for you on there. So the first thing is that you want to have back roll hand drags perfected, because back roll hand drags are a lot easier and less risky. So you want to have your back roll hand drags where it's just as smooth, you can go as far as you want, get that perfected, and then slowly start taking that back roll hand drag and making it shorter. So rather than dragging your hand through the water for a long ways, you just kind of go and you touch the water and then you have it pull you the other direction. So the biggest difference between the hand drag and the hand plant are hand drag, you're dragging your hand, traveling a distance through the water, whereas the hand plant, you're going, you touch the water, give someone a high five, and then you go the other way. And if you'd like, we've made a video on how to do a back roll hand drag, so give that one a watch. And it's all about the movement of the kite in the wind window and perfecting your timing of that. So get your timing down, get your back roll hand drags perfected, and you can even turn the back roll hand drag into a transition as well. So just work on that, and then you'll be ready for the hand plant. All right, so now we're gonna go over the pop and what makes that different from a back roll hand drag. Back roll hand drag, you're gonna try and get real low to the water because you wanna be able to reach the water and touch it and slide your hand through as you're going. So you're gonna have like a real light and early pop where you kind of throw your body up, bring your knee to your chest, and you lean back, dropping your hand and your shoulder, pulling it on your front hand to keep you up. Whereas this one, you kind of pop a little bit higher than the hand plant because you want to actually travel higher, catch some air, and then you plant the water real quick and then pull in on the bar and go the other way. So for the hand plant, you don't even need to touch the water. You want to practice just jumping, popping a little higher than you would for a hand drag, and then just touching the air, just pretending like you're giving someone a high five, or you can even touch the water if you can reach it, but just do it a little bit higher with more height, and then really pull in that bar as it reaches the end of the window to pull you in the other direction. So a hand drag, you're sliding, you're real low to the water, your arm is able to just slide through the water, whereas the hand plant, you pop, you kind of touch the air, and then you go the other way. The back roll hand plant and the back roll hand drag are essentially the same trick. The only difference between the two is that the hand drag, you're flying and you're gliding low across the water, whereas the hand plant, doing the same thing, you're just higher up in the air. So it's the same trick, same movement of the kite, Once the kite reaches the other side of the window, that's when you lose your momentum of forward movement, and that's when you stop and go the other direction. So that's the moment that you touch whatever it is that you're going to be touching, stick your hand out and make the hand plant. So as that last moment, right as you're about to change directions, that's when you reach your hand down, give someone a high five, plant the water, plant the air, and practice that right at the edge of as you're losing momentum and reaching the edge of the window with your kite. Then it's going to pull you the other direction. You pull in on the bar, that'll swing you around and pull you into your landing going the other way. Remember, you're not actually going to be taking a lot of force to your hand. You're going to want to do it so that you just touch it real lightly, make a nice soft connection, and go the other way. This is something you want to really be careful with and really dial in your timing and everything, because with your hand drags, there's not really as much risk because you're just dragging across the water and you crash. When you're planting something, maybe someone's standing there with their hand, you're going to want to really know what you're doing and have it all under control. Never want to go too hard, too fast into someone, traveling towards them and make any bad mistakes like that, or traveling towards a dune or something. So always be careful of the wind direction and making sure that the person or the thing that you're planting is upwind of you. So you always want to be downwind of the thing that you're going to plant. You can go at them at a side angle, but you never want to be upwind of something that you're trying to plant where you can then hit them with too much force. So always take it slow, be careful, practice this in the air, then practice planting the water. Take it slowly, step by step, so you get the timing of the plant down, and you're just lightly tapping, giving someone a high five, pulling you the other way. So a really important part of the back roll hand plant is spotting what you're planting and spotting and seeing your whole rotation and landing. Let's say we're riding to the right here. You're going to be riding with a lot of speed. You're going to start sending the kite. As you pop, you're going to do that light pop. Bring your front knee to your chest. Drop your shoulder and your hip back, lean back, and you're going to be flying through the air like this. As the kite's arcing across the wind window, it's going to be pulling you around a little bit into your back roll, looking around, and then you're going to be able to see where you're going to plant your hand. So you always want to have your eyes open, spotting your landing, knowing where you're going, and you can use the bar. As you see you're coming towards an object, that's when you pull the kite and you try and plant your hand, because the kite will be pulling you away from the thing, but then you'll touch it and it'll pull you in the other direction. So what I'm trying to say here is always spot your landing so that you know when you're going to touch it. So if you're traveling towards an object, and you're spinning around, you have your eyes on it, you're locked in, ready to go. Right before you're coming up to it, that's when you pull your kite, takes you the other way and sends you in the opposite direction. So once you pull that kite and it loops around, that's going to spin you into your landing and pull you around so you can land flat and downwind. So I just want you all to be safe, learn this in the right way, so that if you're doing this, that you're not gonna be nothing risky. So just make sure you take it step by step, do it slow, get your back roll, hand drags dialed in, and really just find imaginary objects, try and plant the air, plant the water, maybe like a bush. Just take it slow and always be downwind of the object that you're gonna be hand planting. So just really get your muscle memory dialed in, the timing perfected. And as you go, you'll get more comfortable and you'll see like giving a friend a high five is something that you can do. But take it slow, learn every step along the way, and be safe out there. All right, so we're just gonna go into the whole trick here, step by step along the way from beginning to finish on how it's done and what the timing and the kite positioning, all that you need to know. So as you start, you're gonna wanna send the kite just like you would for a regular back roll hand drag. You're gonna send the kite from one side of the window up to 12, and that's as you do your pop. So you send the kite as you pop, and again, this is a light pop where you do it early, but you can do it a little bit harder than you would for a back roll hand drag. So send the kite from one side up to 12 o'clock. As you do that, you pop, bring your knee to your chest, swinging under it, spot where you're going. As your kite's nearing the edge of the window, that's when you're gonna wanna pull the kite into a loop, pulling you in the other direction and making your hand plant at the same time. So you're gonna wanna plant the kite right as you're making that loop, about to pull you in the other direction. You don't wanna be traveling really fast and going towards the spot that you're doing. You wanna have an imaginary point somewhere where you're gonna be going towards it. You're gonna try and stop right there with your hand, pull the kite, send you the other direction. So your shoulder is gonna be like this, and as the kite loops at the edge of the window, that's gonna pull you into your landing and spin you around so that you can land flat with your board downwind. pulling you into your landing, and just really make sure to bring that knee to your chest and then poke out that back foot as it swings you around. So that'll keep your board under control and give you optimal landing. All right, so step by step, you're gonna pop, send the kite, bring your front knee to your chest, poke that board out so that it gets inverted and dropping your shoulder back, poking out at the same time so your board gets above your head, allowing you to then rotate and then have your chest open to where you can plant something. It's gonna spin you around just like your regular back roll, and then the kite loop is gonna pull you in the other direction. So kite nears the edge of the window, loops at the edge of the window, and you pull that loop all the way around so that it makes a full rotation and goes in the other direction. So it's a kite loop and a half, where your kite goes at the edge of the window, pulling you down, and then go in the other direction. So this trick takes up a lot of room. You're gonna wanna make sure the direction you're going, you have a lot of room ahead of you, and you're not actually just going in the other direction. You're gonna be pulled really far downwind as well, because you're looping the kite and it's gonna pull you straight downwind. You're gonna land downwind, and then you're gonna change directions going the other way. So this is a transition, but you're gonna be landing straight downwind with the kite pulling you towards it, and then you're gonna start your carve going in the other direction. So just be aware that this does take up a lot of room, so don't do this if someone's riding behind you. Always be aware of everything that's around you. So just be safe out there. Don't do this near the beach or upwind of anything. Make sure you have big open space. So honestly, the best time to do it is somewhere in like a sandbar or slick where it's almost side shore, side offshore, where it's blowing and you can just go up to something and it'll pull you away from it downwind. So just be safe, careful out there. Also, depending on what kite you're flying, whether it's a big kite or a small kite, you can adjust the positioning on your hand so that if you need it to loop and move faster, you can move it a bit farther out so you have more leverage on the bar. Or you can keep it in the middle where you do like a nice, just make sure you pull a little extra harder on the bar. I would recommend for this trick keeping your hand more in the middle, because that'll give you the most arc across the wind window so that you can keep it under control and not too fast. And then as soon as you're ready to loop it, just pull it hard with your one hand in the middle and it'll loop at that edge. So just make sure that after you loop the kite, you pull it a little extra hard to then give you that transition in going the other way. So that's a back roll hand plant transition. It's a really fun trick. Just make sure to take it step by step along the way. We do write these all out in very detailed bullet point form so you can see it all written, download the PDF and have it on your phone. So just click that eye icon in the top corner of your screen and you can have that as well. So for this trick, I would really recommend that you click that eye icon, download the PDF, and see what we've written out. We've gone way more into detail on that so that you can see what every step along the way of what you need to do. This year, I'll also be doing kiteboarding camps. We're heading on one next week to Egypt, and if you'd like to come along, just check it out in our blog, shoot me an email, and get in touch for future trips. Alright guys, that's it for this week. We hope you enjoy, and if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, let us know what you think, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the water.